Hello, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Nightfall in Amsterdam. This evening we have a group of characters getting together at Molly Malone's, a local werewolf hangout. Um, yeah, Air is gonna kind of be sitting at the bar on a bar stool. She's looks pretty much like she does in the picture. Black dress, hair done nice. She actually looks girly for once in her life. And she's just sitting at the bar drinking a beer.
Veronica will also be enjoying a beer, but she'll be having it in a glass larger than a pint because she can finally drink again.
Dragon will walk in, looking in his, Eastern European swag. Black silk shirt, black slacks, shined up patent leather shoes, looking like a pimp. Jewelry, long hair slicked back, all the pomade in the universe. Doesn't order a drink, but he does walk over and just raises his fingers up for them to refill your two drinks, and just sits down.
Hello and good evening to you, sir.
It
She
could
smirks.
be,
Greetings.
could be not. We don't know yet.
You don't know yet, huh? You just
No.
starting for the night or what?
Well, I figured I start here, I end up somewhere else.
Fair
Not a lot
enough.
of action. He looks at all the werewolves. He goes, "Not a lot of action here."
Well, it's a good night to be out and about, isn't it?
Every day when they're not dead, it's a good night to be out and about.
Well, the other night was an interesting night.
Meh.
She actually just puts her face in her hand and just kind of laughs a little bit and shakes her head.
Out of game the other night, are we talking about the Karen thing?
Mm-hmm.
That was an interesting night. A lot happened.
You two would know better than me. Yeah. Okay. His
Are you
eyes are
playing?
constantly sharp
Are
to
you
the door.
playing the Fall In game here?
What you mean?
Fall in Line game, because we are out in the town at the bar. It's unnecessary.
I'm not playing games. No. As I said, you are
Speak
big game.
freely is what I'm saying.
I don't never not speak freely.
Mm-hmm.
She say that I did not speak freely. Think I seem the type that would hold my tongue?
I don't know. You might.
Sometimes it's a good idea. Sometimes keeps head on shoulders.
Sometimes it is a good idea.
It's an idea you don't have too often. It's okay. But things are different for me than they are for me.
Well, you were both there. You saw what else was there beyond the fiery being, right?
It's their problem. It's not my problem.
She looks very serious as she takes a sip off of her beer bottle.
He looks like he always looks. You don't know what's going on.
You saw and she kind of like looks around and says in a hushed voice, "Dragon."
Eh. Yeah, exactly. Eh.
She kind of glances at Veronica.
Veronica just is watching how everything is unfolding.
You want to make that big deal, it becomes big deal. You want to make something else big deal, it becomes big deal. It's choice. For
Everything
instance,
everything will become a big deal at one point with that new Karen,
meh.
a new shift in power, and the spirals making a comeback in the city.
I don't know how much of a comeback they're making.
Mm.
If they are, they're lurking in the city and not where they were thought to be.
Which we should still look into that, like probably some of the nightclubs and stuff.
No.
Not to mention we know that silver. Not to mention when you talked about some of the kinfolk that used to disappear like that.
Yeah, that Silver Fang.
Yeah.
I want to actively look into him.
He's currently got a toothpick and he's kind of playing with it in his fingers as you two talk.
Things have been so hectic. I hope maybe I can still locate him.
See, this is purple.
Yes.
Oh.
It's focus. You have none. You want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do this, you want to do that. Pick
You're
something
right.
and finish.
I am everywhere.
Pick something and finish it.
Well, there are 2 packs. So
This is not my concern. Effective, my response is my concern.
Just need to pick one thing and go for it. He's absolutely right.
All this time, there are other people on set that can know that there are spirals. Probably guy that like to do other guy who I'm not supposed to talk about because he is big mucky muck has probably sent people on patrol, people to go look into this thing. You are bigger than that. You should look into bigger things. While you have freedom to do so. And one of you should definitely try to do a thing.
No. I'm presently trying to do a few things. So now I have to narrow it down.
Simple. Place is about to start. It has big jobs, it has little jobs. Little jobs bring the same prestige as big jobs in the long run. Then you get the big job. But
Let me be. Go ahead.
in the meantime, you look at other things. He's super vague.
Let me be completely honest with you that Dragon, she says that like in a hushed tone as she kind of scans the room, is a concern of mine. Directly.
dragon pose, man. You want to kill it or be its friend?
It wants to devour all the spirits
He didn't lie.
and
So does everything
anything.
else. So does everything else that we put it into. How is this different?
This one's actually managed to devour a good number of them, but he's not the only one, as you know.
So let me get this straight. Just so Draken is not confused. You'll have multiple spirits that want to eat everything. And this was not the priority?
One is worm tainted, and I am learning. I've learned actually a little bit about where these things came from. My mentor saw a few of these things that we encountered, and she kind of looks at Draken. In a place much farther east than here.
How can I be blunt and nice and respectful at the same time? You want to kill the fucking dragon or you want to find Silverfang? Which one?
I want to do them all. That's the problem. I just have to decide which one is priority.
You are being dumb.
Well, if the dragon eats all the spirits, you can't ask the Silverfang.
That's true.
Cut up Silverfang for the bait for the dragon. What? Sorry.
Out of game, what did he say? Because I have a hard time hearing.
He said he mumbled, cut up Silverfang for bait for dragon. No problems.
Veronica almost spits her beer out, laughing.
What? You feel like you speak freely.
I did.
You know, like Silverfang.
I still encourage it.
Then stop wearing the pick job on sept. Go get it.
Oh. I'll focus on my rank challenge because once I complete that, I should be able to handle whatever I decide to do next.
Rank. Everyone obsessed with rank.
Just getting
You know
it out
what-
of the way.
You know what my job is?
Well, you're a half moon, correct?
That's what they say.
A truth catcher, a mediator, things of those lines, along those lines.
Everyone forget important job of Paradox is teacher of position.
Yes.
Okay, so riddle me this. The entire conversation I have with you and other boy with fucked up leg was this. Cannot speak. Cannot speak. Cannot speak. Sometimes rank is not enough for voice to be heard, but there are other things which make voice louder than rank ever could. Secondly, concern is not for the world you should be concerned about.
She takes a long drink off of her beer as she kind of ponders his words. And she just gives him a nod. She doesn't say anything. Her face is kind of, I don't know. The expression on her face is just kind of one of those hard to read ones.
He goes, he does say, he goes, you put a whole lot of effort to being tough on that side, to be spend so much time on this side.
Well, I sometimes have to force myself to spend time. But she orders a round of shots for everybody. Have
He
some
will take.
drinks.
He gives one. As always. He has one for Grandfather Thunder. He puts it aside, and then he says a weird word in some sort of Eastern European language.
What was that?
Strength.
Okay.
It's better than toast or cheers. Strength.
Gotcha.
My priority was chef. I watched Kinfolk.
A noble job.
Not really. His job should be for everyone because everyone on SIP is has that issue and seeing Kinfolk out to do. But no one watched them. No one see who they speak to. No one see who they interact with. I've had samples taken for questing stone just in case someone get creative. We can always find them.
Yeah.
But I want to know what what they have been saying to people and who these people are that they have been saying things to. They are our future. Without them, we have nothing.
Hmm.
No one asks them where they go. They just bring back big bags of food. Everybody eat. Nobody asks where they go.
Which ones in particular?
I have no idea what you mean. I simply say
They
kinfolk.
just bring back bags of food and
Do you ever ask where supplies come from?
well, sometimes it's important. They might need to be cleansed.
What does that do? What does that see? Cleanse. What is right of cleansing get rid of? What does it do? It's a shower. Man. But something
Well,
they are done without powers that are just done with words.
you can definitely wash your food, so on and so forth, if that is, for example, what is being brought, but
It is
it
not the
doesn't
food.
necessarily take the taint off of it.
It's not the
Just a
food that
small
I'm worried.
example.
It's not the food I'm worried about. It's the people.
Right, and you have to cleanse people too.
Sometimes you cannot cleanse the things that are said to them. I aim to see if anybody is trying to influence them.
Ah,
No bond for a long time. Everyone come and go. Very interesting.
Well, I suppose they would have to come and go a lot.
It is not as if any of you can go shopping. The line at supermarket drives me crazy.
They're all crazy out there.
I mean, am I wrong, Veronica?
Out of game, what was mentioned? I'm sorry. I'm just getting tired.
Yeah, he's just asking about saying how he should look in on the kinfolk and where they've been going and who they've been talking to make sure they're not being unduly influenced.
Oh, Veronica nods, and she's like, "That's actually was one of the problems with the previous war. I felt was some of the people the other carer was trying to influence our kinfolk. That should not be tolerated.
Absolutely.
That should never be tolerated." But we should know what the kinfolk are doing.
I know what mine are doing.
Do you?
I've been keeping tabs on mine, but I do feel it's important to keep tabs on the other ones because they talk to each other. They interact with each other when we're not around. Just because my kinfolk is a Shadow Lord doesn't mean he won't go talking to a Bonar kinfolk or Silverfang one.
It's true.
It's just small concern of mine. Small pet project. Please do not think much of it. I have other concerns, but they can wait.
Kinfolk has been an issue in this city for a while. I think they should take top priority.
But we also have no allies. This concerns me.
This is also true.
We'll have to make some.
Yes.
It will be difficult to get the Fenris leader.
Just because
Yeah.
we make allies doesn't mean they have to be at the Sept. We could still make allies.
No. That is precisely what I mean. It will be difficult. They would not want us to be seen as weak. For us to need help, even if we do. The tribe flows through our veins, much as the spirit does, but it will affect our attitude. Our people are a bit more pragmatic than most.
We are.
Eir just kind of sits back and smiles and takes a sip off of her shot glass.
We should be free.
Mm-hmm.
Am
She
I
says,
wrong?
and nods.
Am I wrong about the get?
Well, she's not the same as most get.
But she knows their culture, their people. Simple question.
I know how they operate, and yeah, I tend to operate a little differently.
Well, I operate just like every other Shadow Lord. I'm very, very sneaky. No, seriously, the whole kit in the boot. Look at my hair. You see this hair? This is the hair of a sneaky man.
Good. Someone's got to be.
I wear lots of black. It is the whole thing.
I mean, you've been sneakier than I've been.
That is not hard. There are tanks that are sneakier than you are.
Yeah. I have lots of bad luck in the stealth department. I should work on that.
Why? This whole bumble fucking and headbutting thing is working for you. You stick with it. Your great big axe thing and weird glowy skin thing. It's apparently working. It's okay.
I try to only use that in combat scenarios. All right.
I mean, you're against the Fenris. What isn't the combat Fenris? I feel very sorry for your human lover because you were going to pull that out.
She raises an eyebrow and just kind of takes a long drink as she like pulls back as she's staring at you.
I challenge you to honor. Ride, beast, ride.
She just kind of like looks herself over and she's like pointing at her dress and her heels and how she's done her hair. Do I look like a beast to you?
You're riding. Ride, beast. With your big, actually spitty thing. It's okay.
Mind speech to Air. You look like a puppy.
Air, you see Air just whip her head at Veronica and just stare at her.
Veronica smiles and continues sipping her drink.
Air continues to stare at Veronica.
You two are having girl time. I understand. It's okay. What did they say in this song? It's okay. You are both very pretty. It's okay.
Air's just staring at Veronica, trying not to smirk and laugh.
Mind speak. Want a squeak toy?
Oh no. That's a new one. Ouch.
Sweet.
Oh no. I have to roll something. I'm trying to force myself to remember what's on my sheet.
Well, she's trying to just push her buttons to get her bursting into laughter and break tension.
I bet money she got short fuse.
I do.
Why am I not surprised?
Every so often, Veronica will just be an
I
ass.
don't know what her rage would be lower. I don't know what her rage would be right now. That's all dependent on the moon.
I rolled a 4. It's Tuesday. It's a gibbous. It's a gallery moon. Move on with it.
So a -2 rage roll difficulty. Let's see. It's a gibbous moon. Wow. Okay. Brain fart.
This sounds like I just accidentally stalled the game and I didn't want to. I just wanted to continue dialogue.
All right. Well, we'll roll with. She proceeds into staring at Veronica, but she kind of gets a slightly devious grin rolling across her lips. She doesn't look happy.
Yep. It is definitely time for me to go. Yep. Gotta go. There's something happening. Don't know. Don't care. Don't want to die. So,
Air just smiles widely at Dracon. I hope
I have overstepped. I am going to leave now. I like breathing. I will see you later. Wish me luck on my endeavor. Goodbye.
And Veronica finishes her drink.
Veronica. Air is still smirking at you, but you see her leaning over the bar with the one side of with her one hand and grabbing her beer. and taking a drink. And she's still staring at you.
Still staring.
And she sets her beer down. I'm not a fucking puppy. She's like smirking.
That's why out of
Fucking
game she did
funny.
not make them too personal. She just did enough to bust her chops.
And she's orders a couple more shots and scoots one over to Veronica.
That's okay.
Girls' night.
Girls' night.
See, I actually look. I look nice for once in my life.
You have a Fianna kinfolk. I'm sure he knows you look nice.
She kind of chuckles. Oh. We definitely have our fun, as I'm sure you do. I bet you're a lot more comfortable now, too. She chuckles.
Now that I can drink beer again, yes.
How is the little one?
Peaceful. Her father has been very supportive, and he's been talking to some of the other male kinfolks of like getting a father support group.
Oh. I have to come and see the baby soon.
I'd like that.
I would like that.
Christina would like that too.
You'll all hear a side you've never heard before. She chuckles.
Did we want to end the scene here? Or
We can do that. We can do
okay.
that. All right. Well, thank you players for playing, watchers for watching. This has been another episode of Nightfall in Amsterdam. I'm going to assume the characters depart from the bar and call it good. Good
Yep.
evening.